Okay.
The Future Black Educators Club here at Jefferson is a club that allows students to kind of like tap into the idea of being an educator and what that would look like. Students are able to come and be a part of community once a week where they learn about different topics as it relates to Black culture. They learn the history of it and how it impacts us today.
The Future Black Educators Club is a community of Black students coming together to learn more about their history, their background, and having a sense of community within their school.
So the process of students delivering lessons, the club leaders came up with the themes that were going to be discussed throughout the meeting days with the students. So when it came to the culminating project, students were allowed to choose a topic of interest. They could have chosen something that was discussed within the club meetings or something that they were completely interested in as well that maybe wasn't discussed. Like some of the students found an interest in talking about edges and how Black girls do their edges and teaching that lesson.
My presentation is about the Pan-African Code.
Today we'll be explaining the history behind braids.
We're talking about soul food and how it's so important to Black culture.
And the topic I'll be talking about is fashion.
This is our Art of Edges project. The Future Black Educator Club leaders, they understand what we're talking about. When I mean understand, say we're talking about like something that has something to do with Black people, they get me. Like it's not I have to explain this and this and that. They just like get me off the spot what I'm talking about.
What I liked about being able to plan and deliver a lesson plan to my peers is I learned a lot about like the history behind stuff I experienced on my own, such as getting my hair done and like the meaning behind it.
Students need teachers that understand their plight, understand where they come from, understand their thinking, understand their cultural background.
Having that person that looked like you can be really impactful in classes. It's important because now you can imagine yourself in that position. You can imagine yourself as a teacher, as a nurse, as a doctor, as a lawyer.
You're watching students become excited about taking ownership of their identity and who they are and how they choose to express themselves in ways that maybe they haven't seen it done before. You're not just educating other people on it in a more positive way, but also educating themselves about it.
So there's just a different type of relationship that is built in understanding when it comes to having somebody in your classroom as a teacher that looks like you, that makes you want to work harder. It's like having a mom, dad, grandmother, aunt, uncle in the classroom on your team wanting the best for you. And that's why we need more Black educators.